All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you your daily horoscope for Tuesday, the 9th of November, 2021. First, I want to just say a big thank you to everyone commenting and reaching out. Appreciate the love and the support coming back and the little hiatus I was on there. Anyway, let's get into it. So we've got the moon in Capricorn right now. And around noon today, the moon in Capricorn is going to be connected with Pluto. Pluto is all about transformation. Pluto is associated with the planet of Scorpio. And there's a big transition happening for those who have the Pluto Scorpio generation. You know who you are. Around the 1990s, mid 1990s to like 86 till 90, whatever it was. I don't remember the exact numbers, but you know if Pluto Scorpio is in your chart. It's a generational planet, right? And we're having the nodes starting to shift. So we have a big shift coming up for those individuals that are a Pluto in Scorpio. And we have Mars in Scorpio right now too, which is the ruling planet of Scorpio as well as Pluto. Mars rules Aries, Mars rules Scorpio. In Aries, this is about self. This is about our self ambitions. This is the weeds sprouting up, reaching toward the sun, taking action, the spark of the match. This is an aspect of Mars. And then in Scorpio, where it's now conjunct to Mercury ruling our mind, Scorpio Mars, this is about our passions. Well, why are we sprouting up to reach the sun? What makes us want to have that ambition? So this is some of our we say it all the time here, deep rooted passions. This does deal with our Mars in Scorpio, a sexual drive. This is the most sexual driven place for Mars to be in the zodiac. So there's, certainly entering cuffing season, as they say, right? Where people are looking to, and not just hook up. That's something we can say, like, look at how all these personal planets, Mercury, mind, we're going deep within ourselves. We're connecting with our ambition. We're shining the light on those shadows that need to be seen. And then Mars and Mercury right now creating the sextile over here to Venus, our planet of love. Here in Capricorn, which is saying commit, what do we see the long term? This is the long haul here. So for those that are interested or looking for love or even deepening their current romantic situation or relationship, this is a very favorable time. This is a very favorable day. This is a very favorable week, month. Venus being in Capricorn for the next several months, again, all about that commitment. So for those that are looking for that kind of love, this isn't just going to be a seasonal fling. Okay. And maybe if that's who we were in the past, again, maybe things are changing. This is an emotional change. Now, not all of us are looking for love or are interested in that right now. This can also deal with business, Capricorn. Okay. The goat. The sea goat, if you will. And in Vedic astrology, old astrology, it was a crocodile, something that lived in the water and on the land, because this is the aspect of Capricorn is there is earth at the bottom of the ocean, right? There is earth still at the bottom of the ocean, as well as there is earth on the top of the mountain, the highest mountains. So the sign of Capricorn encompasses all of that. And then when we look at that bigness, that grandiose stature, and associate it with Saturn, and we look at it as big business, Wall Street kind of stuff, and Cancer would be mom and pop Main Street. So we've got Venus here, our planet of money, co-rules Taurus and Libra. All right, so it's a sister Earth sign. Business and love, and so we should, this is like gearing us toward loving what we're doing for work, loving our business, appreciating what we do. And we have, especially here in the States, I think, for sure here in the States, but all over, we're so serious about business. When we look at the characteristics of the goat, goats are very playful. They're a very playful animal. So, taking on that sense of like, we're allowed to be playful in our creative work environment. We're allowed to be playful while soul searching. We're allowed to be playful. We there's a time and a place to crack a joke in a business meeting, and then there's a time where it's not appropriate, with the task at hand. Or even, let's say, if we're playing a game, are we so concerned about the rules of the game that we're forgetting to have fun in itself? The game is fun. But then there's this, there's that debate. Well, if we're not following the rule, it's like, okay, so it's up to us. And now we have to look here, again, this is at noon, but let's just speak in this energy that's going to be one of the most impactful connections throughout the day. Not only this conjunction happening here, between noon and 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I mean, it's all day. But is this conjunction to Moon, conjunct Pluto, square to Eris? How do we deal with information? So if it's like we are playing the game and somebody breaks a rule and giggles or something, is it so serious? It's something we have to ask ourselves. I don't know. Again, is there a right or wrong? Who knows? It's how we choose to deal with it. And that's kind of the power of Eris here. Again, in Aries, is we have an individual choice in how we want to deal with it. If a boss or the authority here, the Capricorn kind of thing, is being, crotchety, whatever, disgruntled here on a Tuesday, well, how do we deal with it? Do we choose to let them affect us in our nature? And if we do, it's like, well, what's going on here deep down inside? Why do we care more about how somebody else's day went or is going than we care about our own emotions, our own feelings? And where is our sense of control? We're dealing here with fixed signs. Nothing in Leo right now, but there's a lot of fixed energy. So we're dealing with control. We're dealing with our power. And it's like, well, in our mind, hey, do I have to be, do I have to let this bother me? No. Is giving away my power energy more important than maintaining my peace? What do I care more about right now? And then further coming back to, it's like, well, my reputation also depends on how I respond to you. My reputation, is important. Our reputations are important. So how we're responding to information, how we're being an influence of other people, and are we saying or doing the right thing? And then there's always this, we're getting close to this Mars and Mercury opposition to Uranus. We're getting close to Venus trine to Uranus. Now remember, Uranus is the volcano. There's a point where the earth says, I need to shake. I need to quake. This is a part of me, my growing pains. There's a part of ourselves that can be abrupt, because we're so passionate about what we feel. We're so passionate about what we do. We're passionate about our reputations. We're passionate. We care about the game. We care about the rules. We care about what we're creating. So then the other side of this is like, well, sometimes that eruption is necessary, but it still has consequences. That fire still burns. That fire still takes lives of animals and trees, and you know what I mean? So this is like, okay, well, there's that karmic effect, and Capricorn is also Capricorn and Saturn, but it's very karmic sign. And it's about 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time that the moon is going to move out of Capricorn into the sign of Aquarius. For the next couple of days, we're going to be focused a little bit more on the community. But today, it's definitely about this kind of playfulness and business, and where we're combining those, and where we're following and allowing our passions to come through in that, again, in a playful way, and adding, that sweet juice, that sweet nectar, if you will, to whatever we're doing. And that's part of like the ooey gooey goodness of Scorpio season and Mars and Mercury in there. Because it's like we're feeling passionate. We have all of these good, energies and things we want to bring forward and connect with other people. It's a good time. My friends, I love you. I wish you enough on this beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.